Michael Popak, Legal AF. Judge Cannon got upset with the Department of Justice and Dave Harbach, one of the lawyers for the prosecutors. She gets frustrated with him. She says he doesn't properly give her respect in the courtroom. And when he didn't come in with the goods at the last hearing, listing for her all the different ways that Donald Trump has suggested falsely, has argued falsely, including at the debate, that he was the subject of an assassination attempt by the FBI led by Joe Biden during the execution of the search warrant, under her auspices nonetheless, because they were armed, as FBI agents have to be. When Donald Trump wasn't even present, it was coordinated with his offices, with his security detail, with his family, with his staff to make sure he wasn't present. Putting that little fact, that little stubborn fact aside, the judge got annoyed with Dave Harbach about, well, where is your evidence? You talk about his violation of gag orders. You talk about this or that. I want to see it. Submit it. I'll give you an opportunity, one last chance to submit it. Well, the government has submitted it. They've got 11 different categories where Donald Trump, one of his minions, or somebody, one of his sycophants around him, have made the argument to the American people that the Department of Justice and the FBI are rogue and lead assassination squads, hit squads, killer hit squads. I'm picturing guys in leather with helmets and motorcycles trying to knock off Donald Trump, like one of those, really bad action movies, when we know that the truth is much more simpler than that. He wasn't there when they executed a properly issued federal search warrant under the auspices of a federal magistrate. But this just gave the Department of Justice an opportunity, a great opportunity to tell the American people what evidence they have for this particular thing. I'm going to go through the 11 different categories of information that the Department of Justice has now submitted to Judge Cannon as document number 652 on the docket, meaning there have been 652 entries on the docket in this case since it started. And in this one in particular, I'm going to start with exhibit number 2. We'll put it up on the board. I'll flash it here. Exhibit number 2, or example number 2, is examples of Trump's surrogates amplifying his statements, alleging an FBI plan to kill him. I can't even imagine that these words would be formed in my mouth and have to come out during a hot take. That a former president of the United States or anybody else would suggest that Merrick Garland and President Biden and Chris Wray, the head of the FBI, are leading an assassination squad against somebody who's running for office against Donald Trump. And one of the ones they do is Patriot Takes, a Patriot Takes post embedding a Steve Bannon podcast excerpt, May 21st, 2024. And Patriot Takes got around, thank God, to finding a particular claim by Steve Bannon when he was interviewing Mike Davis, the founder and president of Article 3 of the Article 3 Project, which is a project that goes after federal judges because it talks about Article 3. And in there, as was posted on the 21st of May by Patriot Takes, Steve Bannon claims the Mar-a-Lago FBI classified document search was an attempted assassination by Joe Biden on Trump and his associates. Let's roll the actual clip.